Benji the Bunny. She just came in the pasture through the broken slat and settled down in her favorite little resting place. Or one of her favorite resting places. And I hear the neighbor next door calling, "Here, kitty, kitty," for their stupid cat that they let out. But I have fences now all down that side of the yard, all the way through the woods. They're only 3 feet tall, but hopefully they'll deter the cat. You know, I've asked them several times and kindly explained how much Benji means to me and the other bunnies, but they don't care. But Benji's inside the pasture now, which is inside this wooden fence, which is 6 feet tall. Yeah. And I just fed her some apple peels. Yeah. I could sing you a little song, Benji. Ah, la, nanita, na, na, nanita, na, na, nanita, hey, oh. Mi Benji tiene sueño, bendita sea, bendita sea. Ah, la nanita, na, na, nanita, na, nanita, hey, oh. Mi Benji tiene sueño, bendita sea, bendita sea. Pajarillo que canta sobre almendro, no despiertas a la niña que está durmiendo. Pajarillo que canta sobre almendro, no despiertas a la niña que está durmiendo. A la nanita, na, na, nanita, na, nanita, hey, oh. Mi Benji tiene sueño, bendita sea, bendita sea. A la nanita, na, na, nanita, na, na, nanita, hey, oh. Mi Benji tiene sueño, bendita sea, bendita sea. I love you, Benji. You're a wonderful bunny. And you're a wonderful mommy. And as I told the viewers, I think it was 2 days ago, I saw you nursing one of your babies in the pasture here. Yeah. Not in the nest, about 15, 17 feet from the nest in the grass. And I was more on your front side, so I could see the baby lying on its back with its big bunny feet sticking straight up in the air. Well, you know, flat up in the air. I could see its white fluffy tail. You nursed your baby and then you leaned over and licked your baby. Yeah, and nuzzled it, which is important. Yeah. And then, I think it was that night, I finished putting up the 3-foot black fence through the woods. And the 3-foot white fence is already there, so there's a double row of 3-foot fences to try to keep out the cats. And I stretch the wires just enough so Benji can get through well, but so the predators can't. That's my hope anyway. I measured what Benji goes through in the fence, so I put it at that width, and she gets through it fine. Yeah. I'm not sure if Benji's still nursing. She might be. It's been, I think it's like day 23 now since she had her latest little nest of babies. Yeah, I'm just gonna move my feet, Benji. You're a beautiful bunny. This is my song, oh God of all the nations. Oh, she heard a noise out there. It's good you're always careful, Benji. I hope the fences deter the cats and predators. But it's good to be always careful in case they don't. In case the predators still come. I love you, Benji. And I emailed the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation again, trying again, to get fecal samples tested. Because if it's proven that she's a New England cottontail, perhaps she'd get more protection since she's a protected species in New York State. But maybe that doesn't mean anything. Maybe it's not enforced, and cats are allowed to do what they want. But in case it helps, I collected some samples and put some in the freezer and some in the refrigerator. And I wrote some labs, and I'm trying to find out where I can get them tested to determine her species. I think she's a New England cottontail. I don't want to sing while she's listening. I'm glad you're in the pasture, Benji. It's the safest place to be. Yeah, with a 6-foot fence. Yeah. noticed when Benji was on my lap yesterday that she seemed heavier. The only other time I remember that is when it turns out she was pregnant before, so I wonder if she's pregnant again. I wouldn't be surprised if she has more babies, you know, in 10 days or so. Oh, how cute! You take such good care of your little tootsies. Yeah, it's important to do that. Look at that, stretching them out. Oh, what a smart bunny you are. Yeah, a smart bunny. Oh. You're a wonderful bunny, Benji. Yeah. And you clean yourself so well. You take such good care of your babies. Yeah. Aw, there's there. You saw the bunny flop. Yeah, that's the bunny flop. Well, she's a little hidden behind the little plant. Well, now I can sing the song to you. This is my song, O God of all the nations, a song of peace for lands afar and mine. This is my home, the country where my heart is. Here are my hopes, my dreams, my holy shrine. But other hearts in other lands are beating with hopes and dreams as fair and pure as mine. My country skies are bluer than the ocean, and sunlight beams on clover leaf and pine. But other lands have sunlight too, and clover, and skies are everywhere as blue as mine. Oh, hear my song, thou God of all the nations, a song of peace for their land and for mine. Oh, I'm glad you can relax, Benji. You know, I find it's also comfortable to sleep with your tummy down and back down low and your feet up on something. Yeah, and your head up on something. It's a very comfortable way to relax. Especially with your feet up like that. Yeah. Beautiful bunny. And I'll tell the viewers again, I've mentioned it a few times, but they discovered in 1996, the scientists did, that rabbits, which are lagomorphs, are much, much more closely related to us, to primates, than to rodents. And I think people are really undervaluing rabbits. I mean, most people, I think, love to see rabbits. But they're not given enough respect and protection, especially from the cats. And I haven't heard back from the town yet from my proposal for a cat leash law, or a domestic animals at large law, which I presented on June 16th. That's the day I learned that Benji was a mommy, because she was digging a nest. And I wrote them again last month, and I still haven't heard. So I might have to go to another meeting again. And I'm seeing if New York State DEC wants to propose a cat leash law for the state. Because well, I won't talk about it anymore about what the cats do, but it's just horrendous how much damage they do to wildlife all across the nation and around the world. And the physical and mental health needs of the cat can be fulfilled in other ways besides letting them loose. Moreover, the physical and mental health needs of a cat should not be considered more important than the physical and mental health needs of the rabbit and many other animals. Yeah. Glad you can relax here, Benji. So I'm going to keep trying. Yeah, but we've got the fence up anyway, all down the border now, all through the woods it runs now, on that side of the house. And the back has a fence, and the back side has a fence, and the front has a fence now, except for the driveway. Those are all the 3-foot fences, the double row. Oh, Benji, I love to see you relax. Rock-a-bye, Benji, on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. But I will save Benji, cradle and all. Na 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 na. Oh, no, no. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. I love you, Benji. You're a wonderful bunny and a wonderful mommy. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for being my friend, Benji. Thank you, Benji. And thank you for showing me all the delicious edible weeds in our yard. Yeah. Nice. And I'm wondering if you're still nursing. Yeah, and if you are, if I can film you, or if you'd rather I didn't. Yeah. Hi. Big stretch and a yawn. Oh, what a wonderful bunny. I couldn't find Benji at first today. It was around 6 o'clock, and then I saw her near the road, and she hopped through the double row of fencing I have there and ran over to me, and I told her I didn't have the apple peels yet, but I'd run inside and get some for her. So I did, and I came back out, and I couldn't find her at first, but then I saw she was right near me. It's happened before where she's just a couple feet from me, so I think it's important not to be walking in the dark without a light, so that I don't step on a bunny or a baby bunny. And she was right by what I call the pit, which is near the driveway. It's a shallow hole with a bunch of plants and weeds in it that I let grow. Yeah. Benji. Oh. And some of our viewers are very big fans of bunnies. And they love you, Benji. Yeah. I'll see if you would like me to film you nursing or not. There she goes. I think she's going to the bathroom right now. She kind of extends her back end when she does. And she's grazing though now, eating the sorrel. The sorrel is so delicious. She showed me it. Looks like shamrocks. And back there is Ginger's bush, which Benji and Ginger lie next to. And sometimes Benji lies under the slide, but she tends to like to lie under the platform here where you saw her, under the platform of the slide. So there's a little roof over her. Well, I'm going to keep the camera going just to see where she goes and what she does. I'm going to stand up. It's going to wobble a little bit, alright? Whoop. I meant to back it up. It's going to wobble a little bit. Pick up my stool. It's a little step stool. Yeah. Hi, Benji. Very, very peaceful out now. It's probably after 7, maybe 7:20. hear the crickets and cicadas and little frogs. She's right near her first nest. Well, she might have had more nests than this one, but it's the first one that I saw. It's just to her upper right is the first nest. She loves the sorrel and the clover, the plantains and dandelions and the crabgrass. Everything that ChemLawn kills, Benji likes. And they're all important for her too. I mean, they have different nutrients in them. So just like we want a varied diet, the rabbits do too. And when people make those lawns with just a couple kinds of grass growing, it doesn't help the rabbits. Plus, they have chemicals in them, insecticides. It's pretty stupid, actually. But I think because of groupthink, everybody, not everybody, but many people think, oh, my lawn has to look like that. And I real mow, and then the rabbits don't run away either. I'm a little behind in the real mowing because I hurt my wrist. It's from an old Taekwondo injury. The master had me break concrete with my hand without any practice ahead of time. Anyway, so sometimes it bothers me. But I'll be able to real mow soon. I was just glad I was able to get the fencing in a couple of days ago and to assemble it, because that takes a lot of wrist action. There she is. What a beautiful bunny. Beautiful, Benji. People love to watch how you clean yourself. Because you're always cute, but then you're extra cute. Yeah, you're extra cute. And you moisten your little paws and use them to clean your ears. Yeah, so carefully. And I haven't seen any ticks on you lately. In 2 weeks at least, maybe 3. So I think they take a break in the heat of the summer, the ticks, and come back more in the fall. Yeah. Beautiful Benji. Oh, a dragonfly. They eat the mosquitoes. Thank you, dragonfly. I haven't felt any mosquitoes at all. You do good work. And the bats, too. Oh. She likes to graze and clean and doze. And kind of alternate. Graze and clean and doze. And another nice thing about the reel mower is it's so quiet. You can hear all the sounds of nature, and there's no toxic fumes. And well, I won't go on and on talking about it, but it's better in many ways. We can look at Benji. Yeah. You're beautiful, Benji. Thank you. Thank you for being my friend. And she has that little, I think it's called Shope's fibroma on her nose, on her right side of her nose, a little bump. It's smaller now, and I told you, if you didn't hear me mention it before, apparently the bunnies develop immunity to it, and then the fibromas go away, usually by winter time, and then they're immune to it, and they don't get them again. So that's nice that it's no big deal. But it's a nice way for me to recognize her too. Of course, she's the only one that comes up to me like that. Hi. Eating a little clover flower. I think that's what I saw. And she's right next to some sorrel there. That's the sorrel. The shamrock-like flower, leaf. Yeah, and if you ever want some, it's edible by humans. Just wash it off first. And I like to eat it stem first, the same way Benji does, and it's packed with flavor. I said once it's kind of like a really, really good green bean, but it's also like a lime combined with a green bean. Like it has a nice, powerful punch to it. The stems themselves are fantastic, and the flowers and the leaves. The stems are very flavorful. And then I break it off so I don't pull it out by the roots, because I'm hoping it can regrow. And we have a lot of sorrel now, thanks to my not real mowing in a while. So that's really nice. And I'll try not to mow it down, or to bring some in, before I mow an area. And I eat it raw, or I set it on top of my soup every day now. It really adds nice flavor. Yeah, and Benji, you taught me that. Yeah. And she eats the violet leaves, and they're also edible. All these things are edible by people. The plantains and dandelions and clover and sorrel and violets. Because I checked them all online. They're all edible. All parts of them. very, very peaceful sitting out here with Banks. You can hear the catbird too. I want to find if there's another name for it, because I don't want to confuse Benji when I call it by its name. They're beautiful gray birds, and they have this squeak sound and also beautiful melody that goes all over the range of notes. Yeah. And Benji listens to them and for warnings, but she especially listens to the chipmunks. If a chipmunk squeaks, she stops what she's doing and puts her ears up and really listens, because they will warn of something coming. Yeah. She's not too concerned about faraway noises from people. And once in a while she'll sit up. It's happened where she smells something, I think, that I can't smell, or maybe hears something. And once it turned out to be another bunny. I think it was Ginger coming. So she's well aware. And a few days ago, we both heard a squeak. It sounded like a baby bunny. I think she thought so too, because she stopped what she was doing and turned her head and put her ears up. And then out of the corner of my eye, I saw a dark little shape running across the grass. I think it was a mole. Yeah. Hi, Benji. And I'm continuing to film just in case you decide, in case you're still nursing, and in case you want to show us. But I don't know if you're still nursing, and whether you want to show us. Yeah. You're a beautiful bunny and very, very smart. You were very smart to build your second nest under that plastic window well. Even in the heavy, heavy rain, it stayed dry. Yeah, because I came out and checked on it in the night with an umbrella and it was staying dry. I checked on it several times and it stayed dry. Yeah. love you, Benji. You're a wonderful bunny and a wonderful mommy. Oh, the skies, the ground, things are turning a little pink or red as the light fades. All of a sudden, things started to turn pink and red. Just a little bit. Hi. Of course, if you want privacy, if you're going to nurse, I'm not sure how I'll know that. But I'll try to figure it out. Yeah, I'll try to figure it out. Well, I might turn off the camera and I could always film more. So I can talk and sing to you without the camera. I'll sing one more song. Early each day to the steps of St. Paul, a little old bird woman comes in her own special way to the people she calls. Come buy my bags full of crumbs. Come feed the little bunnies, show them you care, and you'll be glad if you do. Their young ones are hungry, the nests are so bare. All it takes is tuppence from you. Feed the bunnies, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag. Feed the bunnies, that's what she cries, while overhead her birds fill the skies. All around the cathedral, the saints and apostles look down as she sells her wares. Although you can't see it, you know they are smiling each time someone shows that he cares. Though her words are simple and few, listen, listen, she's calling to you. Feed the bunnies, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag. Here, I'll just show you the eastern sky. It's getting, I don't know if you can tell, because it's actually pinkish. Through the camera lens it's looking blue, but it's pinkish and gray and a tiny bit blue. And Benji's nest is beyond Benji's bush, over by that gray window well. She's to the right of it under a clear plastic window well. And those June bugs are really singing. There's Benji. And we'll take a look at the western sky, which is kind of yellowish gray. And the woods are all fenced in now, either by 6-foot or 4-foot or 3-foot fences. They are. Because I've got 2 fences on each side of the house running parallel to the house, like as a barrier from between the front yard and backyard. So the backyard's sealed off. There she is. But, you know, foxes and cats can jump 3-foot fences. But I still think it might deter them. You know, because I think an animal will try to find the easiest way. And if it's not determined to get into a certain spot, I think it'll just go around. I mean, I saw a fox across the road heading our way last fall, and it just saw me in the distance and it made it turn around. So I think a fence could do the same. And the cat next door, I think it was a stray cat or feral cat, it slinks along. It's very, very timid too. Here she comes. Hi. Hi, Benji. Oh, there she's having more sorrel. The light's really fading. Yeah. Of course, I have other things I'm supposed to do every day, but it's not every day you get a chance to be with Benji. And it's not every year that you have a friend like Benji. So this time is precious. And I don't have any more fencing to assemble currently. And it might be good enough anyway. I might get some more, but I'm here. Hi. Hi, Benji. Really listening. Wonder if she hears her babies. Oh, the baby's right by me. Oh my gosh. That's right, that's the baby. Our wait was worth it. Look. You see in the dark, the baby is nursing. Look. The baby came all the way over. I hope you guys can all see. Oh, another baby. There's two babies. There's one up there. Look, this. Oh, I'm gonna stay here. There's two babies nursing. I'll try to go in closer. But then the light might go away. See the white tails? I think, my guess is it's like close to 8 o'clock now, maybe 10 of 8, 7:50. That white you see is the bunny tail. I can't believe it, the baby came right up next to me. I saw out of the corner of my eye. Oh, I'm so happy to see that there are two babies also. You know that more survived. Many don't survive, don't make it out of the nest. I'll just be quiet. Oh, beautiful Benji. Beautiful Benji. I love you. And I love your little babies. Yeah. I love your little babies. She's licking them now. She licks, it's called the perineum. Between where they go to the bathroom and the tail. I think that's where it is. Or maybe it's between where they pee and where they poop. I forget. But it's a certain spot that mother mammals lick in that muzzle, and it helps all the systems of the body, including the circulatory system. It helps them to pee. I'm sure it's important emotionally and socially. Yeah. Oh, the light's fading, but she's there in the center. Oh, I love you. I love you, Benji. They're still nursing there. I know you can't see well through the camera. Yeah. Oh. Last time I sang them Lullaby with other babies on its back. I'm going to stand up just in case. No, I'm going to sit back down. There, they're still nursing. She's nuzzling the babies. I bet she did hear her babies when her ears were forward. I bet that's what she heard. I know it's hard to see, but she's right in the middle there. And that white is the baby's tail. Here she comes. Oh my gosh, they're right here. I don't know if you can see them. Wait a minute. There's one right in the center and one there. I'm going to talk to the bunnies. Hi. Hi. And Benji's to my right. There's one right in the middle. And the other one in the middle. Yeah, hi. Rock-a-bye, baby. treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. But I will save babies, cradle and all. The baby's in the center, one of them. Yeah. Let me move over to Benji. Maybe the light's better for her. Benji's in the middle there. Hi. I'll be quiet now. Here comes the baby running.